It was the 21st of August.
Great.
Rabbi Levitt.
Here comes Phil. Good morning, Phil.
Gemora.
Good morning.
Morning, Phil.
Good morning. What are we doing today?
Let's see. Yeah. Everybody can hear me?
Yes?
Yeah, I hear you.
Something with the audio not working?
No, we hear you.
I can hear you.
We all
You can
hear
hear
you.
me?
Yep.
Guess not. So what's going on?
We hear you. We hear you.
Let's see. Oh, you can hear me. Okay. Okay. You can hear me, but I can't hear you.
All right, now you got it.
Okay. So how you doing, Phil?
Baruch Hashem. Some days with the kids, some days
Uh-huh.
not.
Some reason I can't hear anybody.
Um,
How about now?
we've been hearing. Do you hear us?
No? Wow. Let's see, what could be the reason why I can't hear anybody? Let's see what's doing with the audio. Test speaker and microphone. Output level. I don't hear a ringtone. No ringtone. Okay, let me try another speaker. Maybe that's the problem. In the system. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning, Rabbi Levitt.
Can't hear anybody. Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to this setup. How about that?
Hello?
We hear you all along. Have you started to hear
Oh,
us?
I know why. Here, now, how about that?
Hello?
Yeah, okay, fine. I had the earphones in. Okay. Okay. Sorry for that delay. Okay, good morning, everybody.
Good
We're ready
morning.
to go. Pasuk Tes in Perik Dalid of Sefer Nehemiah. We call upon Lou to start the reading.
Wait, we're doing the Chemia or we're doing Gemora?
Oh, I thought we did Gemora yesterday.
I thought we did it yesterday.
I was here yesterday. I wasn't here yesterday. but you did Gemara the day before, so you should really be up to Gemara, I think.
Today is Gemora day?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I see here. We
So
did yesterday
that's
Nehemiah.
Bava
Okay.
Metzia.
Sorry.
Okay, 1 second.
Hi. A lot of mishaps today. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Okay, I'll say right. Oh, so we were in the middle of this tosus.
Oh, yeah, right.
So yeah. Okay, so also the Gemora brought up Brisa. Toshma motzi mos babate kinesios babate midrashos. V'kol mokum shaharabi matzuyin sham. This can be found about the middle of the page on Chaf Aleph Amud Beis. Yeah, see it?
Yes.
Okay.
What are we doing now? You doing the Tosfos or what?
Yes, we're doing the top Tosfos, the second to the top Tosfos on Kaf Aleph Amud Beis,
Mm-hmm.
which refers to the Tashma, which is in the middle of the right-hand column on 21b2.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you.
So the Brisa said that in those cases, Harei L'Shalo, Mipnei Shabaylim Misyashin Mehen. So the Gemara asked, V'ha lo yoda denafel minei. He doesn't know that they fell, that the money fell from him. And on this, the Gemara answers the famous statement of Rabbi Yitzchak that we already saw before. Rabbi Yitzchak Adam Osli Lamashmesh Bekiso B'Kol Shah. A person is always checking to see if he has his money. So therefore, the Gemara is answering that he was already miyayish at the time that the person we can assume that he was already miyayish at the time that the person picked up the coins or spotted the coins in the basic Knesses, the Batim Medrash, or Kol Mokom Sharabi Metzuyin Sham. Okay, so that's what the Brisa says, and Tosfos has a kasha on this whole Brisa. Toshma Motzi Mos Mukule. Okay, so let's read the Tosfos again. Get back into the Tosfos. Phil, you want to read?
Okay, so let me just make sure we're doing this right again. We are doing the Tosfos, the Patorot. That's because that's the second. No, Tashma.
No, the
You're doing
one
the
above
Tashma.
that.
Toshma, yeah.
The Tashma, the second line, Tashma.
Right.
Okay, so Toshma, Hamotze Ma'ot, somebody who finds money, the Chule. Tema, this is a surprising statement. Kevin, since the Kava already previously, Hakasha Mishnah saying that this was a difficulty on our Mishnah. Demaos Mifarot Mifuzeret with coins that are scattered. were the coins that were scattered. Amai, why? Frich, why are we asking to, furthermore, mehech this brisa, from this brisa? We already questioned it on the Mishnah, so why are we making a big deal about the brisa? The Rabbi Yitzchak, Nami also, to him also, Amai, why? Lo Omar, because he didn't say lemiltim amist. He didn't mention any of these words on the Mishnah. Okay, so that's sort of the question at the beginning. Continue on, or you want to say something, Rabbi?
Okay, so these are two questions here that Tosfos is asking over here. Question number one is, in view of the fact that we already asked on the Mishnah posed this same issue. Somebody finds coins, so we asked the question, and the Gemara answered. We'll answer this with the statement of Rabbi Yitzchak, because Rabbi Yitzchak says in the Brisa, person is also lemashmesh b'kol shah v'shah. So we'll say the same thing over here. The same answer works for this Mishnah also. So that's Tosfos asking if so, why did if the Gemara already dealt with this? Why is the Gemara now bringing the Brisa? We already dealt with this. And secondly, Tosfos says he's asking a question on Rabbi Yitzchak himself, or the one who brings the words of Rabbi Yitzchak. Why did Rabbi Yitzchak say his famous statement on the Brisa? He should have rather said it on the Mishnah. It's always more authoritative to resolve a difficulty in a Mishnah than it is to resolve a difficulty in a Brisa. So why is he bothering with the Brisa? He should have answered the difficulty of the Mishnah. Those are two questions he asks. Okay, now Tosfos now we can go to the answer. Yesh Lomar.
Okay. B'yesh lomar, and there is to say, that the brisa is olima, is according to him, le'akshay, to ask this question on, the mashma.
Alima means strong.
It's a
stronger question to ask from the Brisa, says Tosfos, and that's why that's why the Gemara wants to ask the question on the Brisa.
Okay, because we have a stronger question on the Brisa. The Mashma, because there's an understanding that in every manyan, all right, of these things, shalom of his. Afal Gav, even though the Ika Siman, even if there's a Siman, the Muke, that is, it's established time of the reason, and now we have a Bach here. The Bach at that. How did the Bach change that?
Now, he's just giving you a Marimukum.
Okay, fine. So we'll continue on. Saharabim, that it was found in the Rishus Harabim, Sham there, not in the street. It was a open area. Umashma, and we understand also, Nami, the Afalgab, even though Hagbaya, that this one picked it up, Adayin Haya Baal Aveda. It's still, even though he picked it up, it's still considered a lost object. The Beit HaMedrash, in the base Medrash. The Lo Yada should not follow him in it. He didn't know that it fell from him.
Okay. Okay, so we'll try. What are the two points that Tosfos is making over here? These 2 points that he's making are in support of his assertion that Raisa Limole Lakshuye, it's a stronger question that the Gemora has to ask from the Brisa than from the Mishnah. And then Tosfos is making 2 points, which we could see from those 2 points that it's taka a stronger question from the Brisa than it is from the Mishnah. What are the 2 points? First point was Tosfos said mashma de b'kol inyan harei elu shelo. It's mashma from this Brisa that in all scenarios the din will be that the harei elu shelo, that the finder can keep the money. Why? Where Tosfos afugav the ikka simon. That seems to be what he means in all scenarios. Even in the case where there is a simon, we will say this. We don't generally say that. In the case of a simon, we generally say the person is going to. It's not going to be miyash. Here we're saying he's going to be miyash, even though it's got a simon. So that's certainly a stronger question over here. Secondly, Tosfos says mashma nami, it's also mashma, meaning when he says mashma, he means to say, if you read the Brisa with a fine-tooth comb, you'll see that this is so what I'm saying. And secondly, we could infer from the Brisa, the words of the Brisa, afugav d'shekazev hegbia, even though that it's apparent from the Brisa that we're talking about a case that even where at the time that the finder picks up the item, adayin haya balaveda bebeis hamedrash, that the owner of those lost money is still in the beis medrash where he lost it. He didn't leave yet. V'lo yoda shenafel minei, and we would have thought to say that since he's still there in the beis medrash, there's an added factor to say that he doesn't really yet know. So therefore, it's a chiddush to say that no, even in this case where he still has not left the beis medrash, we still say that he's going to be checking his whether he's got his money at all times, and he's already realized that he has lost it, and we're going to say that he's furthermore that he's going to be meyayish on them, even though they got a simon. Okay. So that was what Tosfos. That's what Tosfos is saying over here, and therefore that's why the Gemora wants to ask the question from the Brisa here, even though we already asked the question on the Mishnah, and that's why Rav Yitzchak wants to answer the Brisa rather than answer the Mishnah, because there's more chidushim that come out from the Brisa than come out from the Mishnah. Now, the only question that we had yesterday is that, Tosfos says, if you'll look, Tosfos is saying it's mashma from the Brisa like this, and it's mashma from the Brisa like that. We didn't see how it was mashma from the Brisa like that. So that's the question that we had yesterday. But I believe that there's an art scroll note on this Tosfos, and maybe the art scroll notes, if we read the art scroll note correctly, maybe he'll explain how it is that Tosfos knows from the Brisa that these two things are true. See the art scroll note on this Tosfos?
Which, let me see.
It's 17, Phil.
Yeah, I see it. Okay. Do you want me to read it, or you want to read it? Is it only me and you, or we're going by? even if they have a simon in Tosfos, the reason for this is because he's afraid that will be picked up by someone who does not observe the law of returning out lost objects. The Gemora discuss whether this ruling applies even where the majority of people are Jews. Even among Jews, the owner may have reason to despair, Yayish, because among the many people who frequent the place, there are a certain number who do not observe the law as they should. Well, that's an issue I understand in the Rishus Harabim, but that doesn't get about the fact that it's different in the Beit Midrash. So whatever.
Well, that's all the note says?
Yeah. Doesn't talk about the Rishus Harabim and the Beit Midrash. Just talks about the fact that there are the non-observant Jews will not know about that they have to return it, simon or not.
What did the note say again? Didn't follow that.
It's said about a simon, that even if they have a simon, is a problem because it may be picked up by someone who doesn't know they have to return it, even with a simon. They don't know the halacha that you have to return lost objects.
That's strange. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think the Brisa is emphasizing any place where there's a large number of people.
Yeah, and therefore,
Therefore, the likelihood that whoever found it is not going to return it is greater. Therefore, he gives up hope.
it's a makam that the rabbim is Metzian sham. So it's more, since there's so many, since it's a rabbim which is Metzian sham, there's a greater likelihood that the person that finds it won't return it, even if he won't be makris, even if it has a simon.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
When it gives us a reference to the Gemora on 24a, which is going to discuss this idea of the people not returning it more.
Oh, that's the note of the Bach. That's what the Bach told us.
Uh-huh.
He didn't change the gears. He just said, take a look. Ein Lekaman, Taf Chav Dalet Amid Aleph. Over there. Gemora is going to go more into this scenario.
Right.
Okay, so that takes care of the why he'll be Miyayish, even though there's a simon, but it doesn't really take care of Tosfos's next assertion, which is that Tosfos is asserting that even if the Bala Veda is still in the base medrash that he lost it in. Where did Tosfos see that the Bryce is talking about such a scenario, that he's still there in the base medrash at the time that the finder finds the item? Maybe because if you're talking about a base medrash, it's a place that people, right? What do you do when you're in a base medrash? You sit and you learn, right? So you're gonna stay there, right? It's not like you're walking down the street and you lost something, you didn't realize where you lost it, and then now a few minutes later you're 20 miles away. It's not the same thing. So therefore it's okay. So it's Tosus saying it's we should take into account that the loser of the item is still in the place where he lost it, and therefore what? Maybe he won't be miyayish on that account. He'll say, "Look, I must have lost it somewhere over here. I was sitting over there. I was sitting over there. I was looking up something over here." And he'll go over there and he'll say, I'll be able to get it. We say no. We say even in that case, we say that even there, even there. Rabbi Yitzchak says his klal. His klal is that a person is osli lemashmesh bekiso kol shavashah. He is accustomed to constantly checking to see that he still has the money that he's carrying, and so therefore what? Actually, I think the way I explained it, it's a question. It's a problem. It creates a problem.
Yeah, I see it as a problem.
Tosa's point was not to take care of my question. Tosa's point is that to say that maybe he still doesn't even know that he lost it. Where does he see that because of the fact that he's in the base medrash? Maybe you'd think to say, I don't know, maybe I'm just guessing, maybe you'd think to say that, if a person's outside and he's not doing anything except walking, so he's always checking to see that he's got his money. But somebody's in the base medrash, what's he supposed to be doing in the base medrash? Supposed to be learning. Not supposed to be checking all the time to see if he's got his money. So maybe you might think to say that he doesn't do that in the base medrash. He's or in the shul. He goes to the daven. He goes there to learn. He's not checking his money constantly when he's in those places. So maybe you'd think to say, Rabbi Yitzchak wouldn't say his klal in that case. So if Rabbi Yitzchak is saying his klal even in that case, so now we're learning a bigger chiddush that we didn't know before. That even in such a place, he's still very, very much involved in checking to see that he still has his money. So therefore, even though he's still there, even though he still may be there, he's already aware of the fact that he lost it. My question is a vital question Tosa not dealing with. So if so, then he knows where he's been over the course of the last 30 minutes. So let him go over there and check to see if it's still there. Okay, that's neither here nor there. That's not what Tosa is dealing with. Okay, so that brings us up to the next Toshma. Toshma me'emasai kol adam mutarim beleket. And we go to Meir to continue the reading of the Gemora.
Well, if I can find it, hold it. My sound is on.
Mayor.
Pardon?
21B3.
Oh, B3 already.
Left-hand column, first paragraph.
Okay, Tashema, come and learn. Okay. And this is a proof of Rava's opinion from the following Mishnah. Okay. Which says, Me'ematai kol adam mutarim beleket. Okay. From when are all people permitted to keep any leket they find? Okay. Mi sheyelchu ba hanimushot. Okay, from one that says rummages through the field. Wasn't that the whole concept of leket? Whatever's left, people can come and get.
Yeah. So what's the din? What's the din of leket that the Bryce is talking about? the anim go through the field, and they pick up the produce there that was left in the field by the growers, and so the Gemara wants to know at what points in time can a person who's not an ani, and he's really got no right to pick up things in the field as an ani, at what point can he go through the field and take a leket that the anim did not take?
Oh.
So the Gemara, the Brisa answers, "B'sheyelchu bo hanemushois," from the time that the nemushos go through the field. If they went through the field already, so then you can then a person who's not an ani can go through the field at that point and take whatever he may be able to find.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Now, we have any Rashis over here? No, it doesn't seem like we have any Rashis. Oh, not yet. Okay, Rashi doesn't help us at all over here. I thought he's going to define for us what nemushos are. Maybe the Gemara is going to ask that. Okay, in any case, let's keep reading. Let's see what the Gemara wants with this brisa. That's basically what we want to know. We want to know it's a very nice piece of information, but what's it got to do with, right? We're in the middle of trying to determine, can we find a Tanaic source that says that Yehush Shalom Midas is Yehush, or holds the opposite. The Yehush Shalom Midas is not Yehush. That's what we're looking for. So that's what the Gemara says. Toshma, that's coming here a raya. So we're going to hear a raya from this case, but we don't see what the raya is yet.
I have a footnote that just talks about Remushos.
Yeah, actually, I see right now the very next thing the Gemara is asking this question. Yishiel Kubo Nemushos, Yamrinin, and they asked in the base medrash, my Nemushos, who are these people?
Right.
So we just got to read a little further over here in the Brisa, or maybe this is the Gemara asking on the Brisa. Okay, Lou, you want to read?
Okay, Ve'emasa my Nemushos. And we have said, in reference to the Mishnah, what is meant by the term rummagers? Amar Rabbi Yochanan said, Save de Azle Atigra, the elderly poor who walk with a cane. Diyesh Lakish, Reish Lakish Amar. Reish Lakish said, Lakute Basar Lakute, those who glean after the gleaners. There's a footnote that says, once the second wave of collectors has searched through the field, it is assumed that nothing remains to be found. Therefore, any remaining leket may be taken by anybody. These old people go through with a cane. They go slowly. Therefore, they they're more thorough.
Yeah, this is what there's two comments that Rashi has on both of these answers that Rabbi Yochanan and Rish Lakish respectively have given us. So what the Gemara is trying to figure out is who are these nemushos, and what does this have to do with explaining why now somebody who's not an ani could go through the field if he wants and take whatever he finds. So that's the first explanation. Let's take a look at Rashi Dibra Maskil Sabi the Azle Atigra.
Okay, Sabi, that's the old people that kind of like go around with a cane. Zakanim, old people, and the poor old people. Holchim that go al mishantam on what's mishantam?
They're what they're nishan on, what they lean on, their staff or their stick, their cane.
Okay, there's the nachat with nachat is calmly. The roim, and they see call shibolet, the shibolet, each of the sheaves that they see. The lashon nemusho, this is where it is, and the reason for this word nemusho is kamo lo yamushu. Nemusho is you shouldn't touch. In Yeshayahu, Shemam Shamam Shat Hashim Beholchim. Okay, I guess as they feel and go.
Yeah. So these ones are feeling around all over the place, and they go benachas. They don't go so fast, and so therefore, if these types of anim that are called nemushos have already gone through the field, so then we can say that after them there's not going to be any more anim that are going to go looking through this field, because they're going to say to themselves, "Oh, the nemushos already went through. Oh, that's not a field that's worth my bother to." So it's called like an aveda midas. The stuff that's still in the field really belongs to the anim. It's been set aside for the anim. That's the halacha of leket. But they have, so to speak, done an aveda midas. It's not worth it for them to go through now, because they know they're not going to find too much because the nemushas have already gone through. Therefore, it's hefker for an usher to go and pick up whatever he wants to pick up. Any questions? Okay, so that's Rabbi Yochanan, and Rabbi Shlokish says another pshat. Lakute basa lakute. What is that? Rashi,
Lakute of basa lakute, the ones who glean after the gleaners, is a lashon nemushot. That's also a language of these rummagers. Kamo lo yamish, that they didn't feel in shmos. Shenotlim, they took umashin a coal, and they sense all of it melifnim, from inside.
So what's the difference between Reish Lakish's explanation and Rabbi Yochanan's? The difference seems to be that Rish Lakish is not saying that these people are necessarily old people who go slow and are very thorough, but he's just saying these are the people that go after the first wave of anim has already gone through the field and taken everything. They're like coming lakute basa lakute. They're the gleaners after the gleaners. So now you've got two waves of gleaners that have already gone through, and now the same svara applies. All the other anim that have not yet attacked this field are going to say to themselves, "Oh, there have already been two waves of gleaners on this field. This field is not worth bothering with. Let's go to a next field." So that's will be an aveda midas, and therefore it'll be available for those even who are not anim to go and glean from the field, because not only the grower has left it behind, he's not interested in getting it, but also the anim who have a right to go and glean. They also are they're not bothering with it. Okay, so that's the brisa. Now the Gemora is going to go to the issue at hand. How does this relate to our machlekes between Abai and Rava on Aveda Shalom Midas? Which side is this brisa taking over here? Gemora's got a question. Amai. Back to Meir.
Okay, so it says amai. So, but why does the remaining leket become free for anyone? Oh, once the rummages have passed. Okay. The aniyim, the hacha miyavesh.
Yashe.
Miyashe. I'm sorry. Miyash. Okay, so it seems like the local poor people have given up all hope of finding more leket.
Nahi, granted that the anim that come from here, that see that field over there, and they see that the nemushim have already gone through. Granted that they are meyayesh. So mitzad the anim of the city, there's a yeyush. However, says the Gemora, Ika.
Okay, Ika aniyim bidukta acharita. Okay. Oh, but they're poor people from other places. Wow. Okay. Delo miya she who have not given up hope for, I guess, finding more leket.
And why have they not given up yet?
Okay, let's see.
Because they don't know that this field is already a lost cause. So this is a type of a Yehu Shalom Midas. It's not all these people, all the Anim, Medukta Achrisa, that live in other places, they don't even know that the Nemushim have gone through this field yet to be Miyayish. And so therefore it's like a case of Yehu Shalom Midas. And the Brisa says that any person can now go through. We regard it as a halachic Yehush. So we see that the halacha follows Rava. This Brisa. Okay, I think that's it for today.
Very good, Yeshkaya.
Shkoyach.
Let me straighten out some things here, because now tomorrow you're doing the chemia at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I'll be on the road, so I'll try to listen while I'm driving. But then the question is, starting Sunday, Monday is Rosh Chodesh Elul. When do we change our schedule?
Oh, so when do you go back? When do you want to go? You want to know when do we go back to regular schedule, meaning to have two shearing?
Right.
Well, are people want to go back on Sunday? Sunday is the first day of Rosh Chodesh.
My other My other shiurim go back on Monday,
Oh, okay.
but
So
that
that's
doesn't necessarily mean we have to.
okay.
I
I
won't
mean,
be on Sunday, and
uh,
I'm going
I'm
on.
a, I'm a, I'm available if people if people are gonna wanna learn.
Well, so tell me the story. What's happening Sunday? So it sounds like Monday definitely you're
So if
going to
you,
Shearing.
so in other words, you wanna Phil, you wanna come on at regular time on Sunday for the Gemora share?
Are you doing two shearim and one? You're going to do one shear or two shears on Sunday? That's the question. Because otherwise I'll go back to the regular time. It gives me more time to get back. I'll do the regular, the second time. But if you're only doing the first time, I'll try to get back for the first time if I'm around. I think I'm around. As you say, it's the kids. It's kids who also are off sometimes. The grandkids. Sometimes I'm with them some days. But I'm not sure what
Right.
the story is Sunday yet. Till I speak to people. In all likelihood, I don't have to be with the kids on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Like I was with them
So,
yesterday.
so what do you want to do? You want to try
Well,
for
Lou, what do you want to do, Lou and Mayor? What do you want to do? Do you want one share or two shares on Sunday?
I'm not going to be here Sunday. I'm going on a tour.
You're
Oh.
going on a tour.
You asked Lou
Okay,
if
so
he's
you're
going to be here for both shirim. He says he's not going to be here for either one.
Right.
okay.
I guess
Okay.
we should do one maybe. I don't know what my schedule is with Rabbi Fairman yet.
Okay. So meanwhile, so right now, I guess we'll do the one Metzia share on Sunday, and then you'll
We'll
go on
definitely,
Monday.
well, look,
Yes.
we'll definitely be here for one shir on Monday. So whoever shows up, we could decide
Sunday.
what we want to do then.
Or
Okay.
on
Or
Sunday.
you want an assurance that it's going to be this, it's going to be Nehemiah, or an assurance that it's going to be Bava Metzia.
It's not going to matter which way. So Sunday, you want to do one share on Sunday, and then Monday you're going to go to two shares.
Yeah.
Two sharing. Okay. So I know, because I know one share is earlier. It's a question of when I'm out. Did I have to try to get back, or I have to have, when I'm not back and I'm away, I have to somehow make sure I can, catch online or whatever. Catch it with earphones or wherever I am.
Right, I
Okay.
understand.
Okay.
Okay, Be'ezus Hashem.